Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of our English learning podcast. I'm Diana and I'm thrilled to have you join me on this exciting journey. In this podcast, we're going to explore the English language in a way that's both fun and practical. We'll dive into different topics, learn new vocabulary, practice pronunciation, and even discuss some of the common challenges that English learners face. Whether you're just beginning your journey or looking to polish your skills, this podcast is here to guide you every step of the way. Let me start by sharing a bit about why I decided to create this podcast. As many of you know, I'm passionate about teaching, and I believe that learning should be an enjoyable experience. One of the most powerful tools in language learning is listening. When you listen to native speakers or fluent English speakers, you are not just hearing words. You are picking up on pronunciation, rhythm, intonation, and even cultural nuances. But let's be honest, listening can also be one of the most challenging aspects of learning a new language. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you don't understand every word or when the conversation moves too quickly. That's why this podcast is designed to be clear, slow enough to follow, and packed with explanations to help you understand and use English more effectively. You might find it interesting that despite my enthusiasm for teaching, starting this podcast was a bit daunting for me. I've always been confident in many areas of my life, but the idea of recording my voice and sharing it with the world was scary. I was worried about not sounding perfect or that my message wouldn't resonate with you. But I realized something important. Fear is a natural part of trying something new. And the things that scare us often have the most potential for growth. So I decided to embrace this challenge, and here we are on this journey together. Today, I want to introduce you 5 useful expressions that are commonly used in everyday English. These phrases will not only help you sound more natural, but also give you confidence in various situations. Number 1. To be under the weather. This expression means to feel slightly ill or not at your best. For example, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I'm going to rest. It's a polite way to say you are not feeling well without being too specific. Number 2. To break the ice. This phrase is used when you want to start a conversation in a social situation where people might feel awkward or shy. For instance, he told a joke to break the ice at the meeting. It's a great way to create a friendly atmosphere. Number 3. It's not rocket science. This means something is not very difficult or complicated. For example, you can learn this recipe easily. It's not rocket science. It's a fun way to reassure someone that a task is simpler than it might seem. Number 4. To give someone a hand. This means to help someone. You might say, "Could you give me a hand with these boxes?" It's a very common and polite way to ask for assistance. Number 5. To keep an eye on. This means to watch or take care of something or someone. For example, "Can you keep an eye on my bag while I go to the restroom?" It's useful in situations when you need someone to monitor something briefly. Now, let's put these expressions into some practice. I'll give you a few sentences and I want you to think which expression fits best. Number 1. I've been feeling a little sick lately. I think I'm. Okay, next one. This math problem looks hard, but it's actually quite simple. Okay, and the last one. The party was quiet at first, but John told a funny story too. Okay, take a moment to think about your answers. These expressions are all about making your English sound more natural, and they can be used in a variety of everyday situations. The more you practice, the more confident you will become in using them. Before we wrap up today's episode, I want to share a little about what you can expect from future episodes. We'll be covering a wide range of topics, everything from specific grammar points to cultural insights and even more fun language games. I want this podcast to be a resource you can return to again and again, whether you're looking to learn something new or just need a little extra practice. Remember, learning a language is a journey, not a destination. It's okay if you don't understand everything right away or if you make mistakes. What's important is that you keep practicing and stay curious. Every day you learn something new. You are taking a step closer to fluency. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really looking forward to our next episode, where we'll dive deeper into some interesting topics and continue our English learning adventure together. Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!